best boxer on the planet is?
Jake Paul.
Why?
I mean, who's doing it?
I mean, if Mike Tyson says, let's do this, are you down?
100%.
Jake Paul, I mean, as of right now, for what he's doing, it's good for what he's doing. But once he fights a real fighter, it's going to be bad.
Well, I commend Tyson because he's one of the guys that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. You know, he's a legendary champion. And the only thing I have to say about Mike Tyson is everyone is always trying to judge Mike Tyson. He lived his life the way he wanted to live his life. No one can say what they would have done if they were in his shoes. Boxing will live on. You know, it's the Mayweather era. Not just myself, but the Mayweather brand. You know, I have my own style, and what I made cool about boxing is not taking punishment.
Think about Floyd talking about greater than Ali.
He's very delusional. He can't listen. If he was anywhere near that realm of greater than Ali, he'd be able to take his kids to school by himself. Okay, he can't take his kids to school by himself. And he's talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He can't take his kids alone to school by himself. He's a little scared man. He's a very small, scared man.
Do you think there's any pride in Mike Tyson and Jake Paul?
This pisses me off about Jake Paul. He can't lose, because if he wins, he wins. And if he loses, well, it was Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, if he loses to Jake Paul, I know he's older, but it's a better reputational fight for Jake Paul. If you're Mike Tyson and with his financial history, it makes a lot of sense to do.
Financially phenomenal for them both. What really makes me laugh is people criticise these fights. Oh my God, I can't believe he's doing that. Mate, you work for 25 grand a year. You're telling me if someone offers you £500,000 for a fight, you're going to say no? Of course you're not. Why do you think these guys are taking it? Because they want to get paid.
I'd fight Mike Tyson for 10 million.
Trained Francis Ngannou for his heavyweight clash against Tyson Fury last year.
In the gym, coming forward, punching to the body with his hard punches and bringing it to the head.
Oh, throw the first two, all fast, all combination, quick. Wow, oh.
So as y'all can see, Tyson is more than capable of fighting Paul, and he could very well end Paul if they fought in a professional setting. But this did not sit well with a lot of boxing fans, and many people made their disappointment known. Now, Floyd Mayweather, who's a boxing icon in his own right, refrained from making any comments on the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight until now. He decided to keep his mouth out of this fight, but many were cautious as to what his opinions were on Iron Mike returning to fight Jake Paul. Well, this guy didn't stay quiet for long. During an appearance on the It Is What It Is podcast, Mayweather had plenty of praise for Paul for agreeing to fight Tyson, but not for the reason many might expect.
It's just with like Logan Paul and then Jake Paul now fighting Mike soon in the summer. What do you think defines a real boxer? Because I feel like people are still confused on if Jake Paul is a YouTuber boxer or a real boxer. How do you feel like you get out of that bubble to make somebody a real boxer?
I mean, what he's doing is, kind of cool. If he can continue to steal money and they match him the way they match him, I can't knock his hustle. So if they can match him the way how they've been matching him, more power to him.
Talk about a response by Mayweather. Now, these comments are appropriate for money, seeing as how he ushered in a new era of boxing and promotion after agreeing to fight UFC star Conor McGregor in 2017. Mayweather said that the realities of this digital age mean the boxers have to do more marketing themselves on TikTok and YouTube, as well as agreeing to fights that some would consider, outlandish, as is the case between Paul and Tyson. The promoter is dying. It's now the responsibility of the fighter to promote himself. Now that's the new boxing world, Mayweather said. Just hustle, man. Just hustle. The respect that Mayweather has for Paul does not seem grudging. It comes off as genuine admiration and respect for what he's trying to do. And look, at the end of the day, money is money for many, no matter how they've earned it. Mayweather ain't the only boxing icon who commented on the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight neither. Mike Tyson's biggest rival, Evander Holyfield, recently analyzed the fight between Paul and Mike Tyson. Now, Holyfield has the experience since he fought Iron Mike all those decades ago in a fight that has now gone down as one of the greatest fights ever in boxing history. This guy had a few words of caution for Paul, advising him on how to approach Tyson in the ring, so get an ear on this.
How do you see that fight stylistically? How do you see Mike at this age? By the time he fights Jake, I think he'll be 58 if I'm correct. Jake's 26. How do you think that fight is going to turn out?
Well, I tell you what could happen.
Yeah.
Because it's with the confidence the other guy. I don't know how much confidence that Jake Paul have in all this. But he gonna be a lot quicker, and if he stay close to Mike, then his chance of winning gonna be great. But he try to stay back from Mike, he gonna get caught.
So why is that? Because people would think stay away from Mike, don't get hit, don't give him a chance to land at something on you.
Mike is like a snake. He'll pop out on you. He get there too quick. But if you charge him, you're gonna smother everything, because everything he push off his legs. He push off his legs so he too close. Like this, but if you give him room, everybody get knocked out going backwards. Like this, you give him in room, you're gonna be messed up.
Holyfield was also asked whether Paul could spring up a surprise and defeat Tyson. Rather than sharing a prediction, Holyfield went on to talk about how it all depends on Paul's abilities to absorb Mike's punches and shared hilarious anecdotes about him sparring his son.
Do you see Mike winning or do you see Jake winning?
I don't know. It's all depending on how Jake fight, I tell you what, it's because somebody gonna tell him it's too crazy to be trying to get close to the guy. He gonna stay like that. Mike he get in and he curve up like this and snap out and get you.
Yeah.
He'll jump
MC
up and
roll.
get you. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
I like this, and I'm like, but the point of the matter is this: do Jake Paul take a good shot? I never seen him get hit by nobody.
Or a guy that the power of Mike even up, because power's the last thing to go.
Yeah, I'm telling you, so that's it. But you never know. Yeah, just like Mike quit in the ring, he got tired and just quit and just sit down.
Oh man,
I'm
yeah.
done.
I don't know. Would it surprise you if Jake won? Or do you think Mike, because of Mike's body of work, his experience, that he shouldn't be losing a fight like that?
But the thing is you don't get in these things if you don't believe you can win. I'm saying that's my whole thing. I ain't never fought when I ain't think I can win. Every time I ever got in the ring, I thought I was gonna win. I'm like, I'm gonna give my all. I'm like, so the whole big thing is that's the whole process of being a true fighter. You're gonna get your all when you get in there. I'm like, I spar with my son, I'm gonna beat it.
You're that competitive.
But what I'm saying, I'm not gonna knock the daylights out of all this. I can you can feel the shot when they hit your glove to how hard he's swinging and all that. His hands are a lot faster than mine. And he weigh 154 pounds. He's going, okay. Well, I tell her, I said, no, I ain't getting there with you. I said, your hand too quick, man. I said, your hand quick like this. I said, you catch me. I said, I'm gonna come back on you. I said, I said, I said, that's the whole art of the game, man. Everybody, don't nobody want to lose. I said, but that's the competitive nature of anything. I know I'm not going to get you in the corner and just, and no gun, well, I'm going to hurt your shoulders and all this, I'm going to be hitting so hard. I said, I wouldn't do that. I said, but I realized you're quicker than me. I said, so I'm not going to keep getting hit in the nose. Like this, so I said, I'm going to have to pop out a hook. I have to pop out a hook to make you cover up to stay right there for me to hit you.
Gotta keep them honest.
Yeah. You know, because my son got very quick hands, and you know, he's 6'3", he weighs 154, and so you know, I know he's gonna be quicker. Pop like this, but it's punches that I throw, he don't even know nothing about. I go. Act like I'm going to the head and hit him with the body with that right hand. Like that, you know, so you know, that's the whole art of the game of boxing is that, you know what, it's almost like tagging. Who tag each other most.
Holyfield was also asked whether a loss for Tyson would be bad for boxing. Now, Holyfield wasn't too concerned about Tyson stating that. Even if Iron Mike lost, it wouldn't affect his legacy. However, he was afraid of what could happen to Jake Paul after the fight. Now, he also stated that Paul getting hurt by Iron Mike wouldn't matter much considering the amount of money he'd be making from this fight. Both of these fighters would be earning a massive paycheck due to the amount of interest it's generated.
Two more things, Evander, and we'll wrap it up. One, if Mike were to lose, do you think it hurts boxing at all?
Me personally, I wouldn't take it that way. Because the whole big thing, I'm telling you, this man fought his whole life for whatever reason he chooses to do this. We already know he ain't gonna be as quick as him, but you know if he catch him, he can knock you, don't lose your strength. You like that? He catch him with left, and I think that's the only thing that he can pretty much catch him with, the left hook or right hand.
Mike, yeah.
Like this, you know. I think, you know, Mike know that, hey, you got to hit the guy in the face all the time. You hit him to the arm,
the body,
hit him to the arm,
the shoulders.
Like this, I'm like, it may be over because he ain't probably never fought nobody who punched like Mike. Like this, and I'm saying, so
like
the whole
even Roy said it. Roy said after the fight, and even in an interview, said like that's the hardest I've ever been hit. Like it felt like a mule was kicking me.
Yeah. That one time you getting hit on.
Well, you got hit by him. Describe the power.
But you know, the point of the matter, I ain't really get hit with none of that stuff.
Nothing clean, yeah.
Not like my own thing is everybody do he punch hard? I said I don't know. I ain't thinking about him hitting hard. I got to be first. That's the only thing that I want to do. If I could be first and leading the thing off, then I'm all right. I said, you know, if I got to get hit to just I said a lot of things Mike didn't hit me with. Because I was always moving like this, and I say in a way he punched, I would change my position to catch him with something. I said, so you know, I said then when you hitting just as hard as somebody else, and he know that you're not gonna run out of gas. I said one thing that everybody know that he ain't running out of gas. Evander is not running out of gas. I like this.
You're a cardio machine.
I should pick it up when if I get the other guy breathing hard just like me. Oh man, I come start fighting even harder. Cause the whole thing is, you know, the whole art of the boxing is a mindset too. That when it all come down, when you tired, it's this other guy tired too. And so what's gonna happen? Is he gonna start fading back or what? And so ultimately, the best conditioned fighter is a guy like this, and everybody knew that. Man, Evander don't drink, he don't smoke, he don't do nothing. He always on time, all this stuff. I said that was part of the thing that people knew, cause through amateur they realized I was like that and all this. I ain't get caught up in arguments and all this and stuff. You know, hey, you know, every morning I'm gonna be the first one out there and all this, and I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna let nobody see me do wrong. I'm not surprised. It's a thing where that both fighters make a lot of money, But I think Jake Paul that kind of show everybody else and boxing that, hey, if he can make all that much money, why we ain't making all this much money? Because the fact of the matter is because it's different. He in a professional is a whole different line of boxing, and he just show you that the boxing that they do, they make all the money, and the program that professional, you get hit in all these different angles to who lead it is and all that to all this money.
Lennox Lewis, another boxing legend who was inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame in 2009, shared his thoughts on Paul fighting Mike Tyson.
Are you looking forward to the Tyson fight with Jake Paul?
Absolutely. It's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it.
Do you wish it was a sanctioned fight and not an exhibition like it's going to be?
No, because I would feel really bad for Jake Paul. I don't want him to get hurt.
In another interview, Lewis talked about Mike Tyson's strengths and had some valuable advice for Paul.
Mike Tyson, he's fighting Jake Paul. You know this man well. What are your expectations for that big fight?
Mike Tyson is two-dimensional. He's going to come at you, trying to knock you out. You got to try and stay away from him. Stay away from his power. I seen him working out the other day, and he throws some good combinations. Make sure that he's not in the way of those punches. Tyson's a real fighter.
He's 57 years young. He still got it. He still got it in his eye.
Oh, yeah. Tyson can throw a punch. He can take a punch. He's doing something that he's used to.
Tommy Hearns also shared his opinion on Mike Tyson fighting Paul.
Well, I was just going to ask you what you think about the Tyson-Jake Paul fight. Who do you think will win? Any predictions?
Everybody know Tyson, man. I want to read for Tyson. Yeah, you got to vote for Tyson. That's his brother.
Okay.
I don't know very much about Jake. I know a whole lot about Mike. I want to pick. Mike in good shape. I really want to pick. Mike or not. Mike.
But it's an exhibition, not a.
Yeah, I know, but Mike. Yeah.
What do you think? Do you want to see it sanctioned?
That's the name of a Queen's English. Mike gonna fight. He might get some heavyweight championship. Mike is on an exhibition. Yeah.
All right.
When the bell rings, you better be ready for Mike.
Boxing icon Sugar Shane Mosley also recently broke down this fight and shared his insights on both fighters. Mosley doesn't think a 58-year-old Mike Tyson fighting a young Jake Paul is a problem for the boxing legend, and he had an interesting explanation as to why this is the case.
To me, I think that he's not too old. I think that he is too old, but not too old for that fighter at 28 years old because Jake Paul's only been fighting for 4 years. I think that he has a big advantage because of the experience. Now, if the guy had experience and he started boxing Jake Paul when he was 8 years old or 9 years old, something like that, yes, he would be too young for Mike Tyson. But since Jake Paul's only been boxing for 4 years, no amateur experience. It's going to be very, very hard for him to get past Mike Tyson. But we will see. He works very hard. He trains hard every day. He has a great team, great coaches, but sometimes you need a little bit more experience. And I think that's what's going to be the problem in this fight is experience.
Shane Mosley also believes that Mike Tyson is already a legend, and the result of this fight won't change anything. He also stated that the onus is on Paul to perform well and shock the world by beating Mike Tyson. Mosley believes Paul is fighting his first fight against a real boxer, and the win could take his boxing career to the next level.
I think Mike is already a hero already. I think he's already a hero, and he's already made his claim in the boxing world. I think this is more for Jake to be, a real fighter or fight a real fighter. And quite frankly, like Mike Tyson is very hard, and he's still Mike Tyson. So it's going to be a great fight. And I take my hat off to Jake because he actually dove right in and trying to fight a great. Even though he is 58 years old, he still punches harder than a lot of guys that can be 20.
However, Paul is still geared up to take on Mike Perry in a week's time, which is an equally amazing fight.
I already beat his ass in sparring and made him my son, and he's even admitting to that, and he's saying he has a plan, but we don't believe it. We just don't believe it. And July 20th, I'm gonna show the world the sparring session live.
Is that what happened, Mike? Well, first of all, it seems I hit him hard enough because I know he was ducking and running that the whole 6 rounds. So it seemed when I made him duck into my uppercut, he must have forgot that last round.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, look, man, Paul's really gonna have to win this one if he wants to prove to the world that he's capable of taking on Mike Tyson. So what are your thoughts on the Paul versus Mike Tyson fight? Y'all think that Iron Mike's got anything more to prove after his stellar career? Also, who y'all think's gonna win in that throwdown between Paul and Mike Perry? Make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.